Hey guys, welcome back to my channel for another episode of Messy to Minimal. Today we are going to tackle the spare room. This is the one space apart from my garage in my house that I have been procrastinating about doing the most. I open the door and I close it again because I honestly don't know where to start, but today it has to be done. I have a few things in here that are very sensitive to the festive season, so with school holidays starting tomorrow, it needs to be done today so that things don't get seen and found. So that is pretty much where we're at. Also, we are heading out to a Christmas party, Matt and I and this guy, on Saturday night, and Granddad is coming over to watch Sam, and I'm not sure what time we're going to get home, but I want to make sure that this bed is all set up ready to go in case we are late and he wants to sleep over. So that is what we are tackling today. So I guess to start off with, I will give you a bit of a tour of the room and what it looks like right now. We've got some random plant just here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that just yet. I have a box of miscellaneous stuff that I've taken out of the kids' rooms. We have a rug over here that I just need to put down on the floor, and obviously the bedside tables need to be set up. And then these two boxes here have Christmas stuff in them, so I need to sort those out. This is all of the clothing that I took out of Matt's closet that needs to be sold. We've got stuff that I've advertised on here. We've got a Star Wars bag just there. And then Halloween costumes, blankets. Matt went on a recent trip with his friends, a boys trip, and I haven't put away the blankets. This is our old quilt that was wool, and I put it through the washing machine and I ruined it. So that needs to go. And then down this side of the bed, the majority of the stuff down here is all stuff that needs to go back underneath our bed. But like I said, I have some sensitive things here that need to be hidden. And that's just stuff that's out and about. The closet is a whole nother story. There's just so much stuff up there that just needs to go. That is a cushion from our old couch. One of the best pieces of advice that I have come across from watching other YouTube videos about decluttering is that you pay for every square footage of your house. So you are paying to store all of the stuff that you see that you have lying around. You're paying essentially to store it because you have to pay energy bills, you have to pay for your rates, you have to pay for your mortgage, all of those things, your rent. So when you're paying for all of those things, you're paying for every square footage of your house. And if you are using up valuable square footage to store stuff that you just don't need anymore, then that's such a waste. Especially when you think a clear house gives you a clear mind. This closet is becoming a bit of an issue, and if we do go on to have another baby, this is possibly going to be one of the boys' rooms. Either Sam is going to move in here and have a new room, or this bed is going to go into Sam's room, Sam's bed's going to come into here, and Jakey is going to be in here, which means the closet has to be cleaned out so that one of the kids can use it. So I need to go through all of this stuff. I've got a Christmas tree box in here. I don't even think I can open this door properly. We have baby items, like for instance, the porta cot. I'm going to go out on a limb and say I've used it maybe twice, and Jakey has slept in it this many times. So I think I might actually advertise that. I just can't see us using that. He is not interested in it at all, and I think by the time we go away for our vacation, he will be big enough to sleep in a single bed. So we're going to go with that for now. I don't think I'm really going to decorate this room all that much. Like I said, if we have another baby, this is going to be one of the boys' rooms, so I don't want to spend a heap of money on decor that is not going to stick around for very long. So I'm going to try and just shop my own house and see what I have, see what I can come up with to decorate it. But ultimately, we're just going to try and make it as pretty simple as we can and just get rid of all the stuff that we don't need in here. You want to know who the ultimate hoarder is in our house? I don't know why we have to keep these, but this is one thing that I've been told I am not allowed to part with. So these for now are going to go underneath our bed. Okay guys, for the most part, this is done. It looks so good. I'm pretty happy with how it came out. Very basic, very simple. We still have Christmas presents down here. Matt is going to take them out to the shed tonight after dark. He has to wait until then. And then that quilt, like I said, I ruined it in the washing machine. And so Matt is going to actually take that out to the shed, I think, and put it over his car as like a bit of a protector of that. So it's getting a second life. It's not going in the bin, which is great. I love things that we can reuse somewhere else. I'm going to give you a bit of a tour of the room now though. So this used to be in Sam's room. I actually got this off of Marketplace ages ago. And I didn't really know where to put it, so I've just put it in here for now. I paid $30 for it. I think it's an IKEA one, but it looks really cute there and just gives this room a little bit of color, because otherwise it's just white on white on white. I have some lamps here that I picked up from Kohl's. They actually have this little section these days where you can buy lots of little knickknacks and they change it out every week. So I picked those up for $10 a piece, which is pretty cheap. They're very cute for what they are. And then the bedside tables used to be our bedside tables in the old room, and the bed used to be our old bed as well. I've kept the bedding and everything pretty simple, just plain white. I got these flannelette sheets from Target. I think they were like $12 on clearance after winter. So I put white sheets on the bed instead of the old navy blue ones that we had, which look a lot better. And yeah, we've just kept it pretty simple. I've got a calming blanket here because that's just where it's at. The carpet is the last thing that needs to be done in here, but I actually need Matt to help me lift the bed because it's too heavy. Let me show you guys in the closet. This is pretty much as good as it's gonna get. Unfortunately, this stuff is super bulky and I can't really break it down any more than what it has been. And because we hopefully one day will have another baby, I'm not really prepared to get rid of it just yet because it still works perfectly fine. So I'm just going to hold on to this stuff for now. Up here we have Matt's wedding suit and my wedding dress. Again, these are things that are pretty sentimental to us. So they're going to stay for a little while. And then I have a jacket here of Matt's as well. And then this guy we actually got in Disneyland. Again, that's one of those sentimental things that we want to hold on to, because when we eventually take the kids back to Disneyland, we want to be able to take this one back with us. Up the top we have another Disneyland item, which was our R2-D2 travel case. So we want to keep that for the kids in case we get to take them back to Disneyland at some point. And I've got a bath seat up there as well. And then in that little box I've just got a bunch of bottles. And my breast pump, because Jakey never drank from a bottle, so we haven't used it. There's still a bunch of stuff up there that hopefully we'll be able to use for the next baby if we're lucky enough. If we haven't had a baby in maybe 12 months or 18 months, I'll probably move this stuff on, and then eventually one day if we do ever have a baby again, then I'll buy it again. But for now, it's not really hurting anything just to sit there, so we're just gonna leave that for now. This side of the closet had a much bigger transformation. I still have all my tech gear here, but at least now I can actually get to it. I have my Christmas tree box and the teepee there, as well as Jake's little jumping station. Like I said, we still plan on having another baby at some point, so I don't want to get rid of everything and then have to rebuy it, especially stuff that it's not really bothering us to store at this point. But if for whatever reason we needed this room down the track, then I would probably get rid of a bunch of this stuff. And then up the top, I've just kept a couple of my camera boxes and my tripod box because I use them all the time. And then in the box up there I just have a couple of other bits and pieces, just tech gear that I didn't want to part with. But other than that, this room is completely clean. This bed actually has some drawers that come out of it and they are completely empty. So apart from what is stored in this closet, that is it. I feel incredibly happy and proud and ready to go into the Christmas period knowing that this room is all clean and set up. And then if we do end up having anyone come over for the holidays, there's a clean, fresh bed here for them to sleep on. One thing I will mention to you guys is I didn't end up touching Matt's game consoles and cables and all of that stuff. I've literally just thrown it here for now. Matt needs to put it underneath our bed, which he'll probably go through and do tonight so that Jackie doesn't get into it. But he needs to go through all that and purge what he doesn't need anymore. He is the ultimate hoarder when it comes to, hello, game consoles and things like that. I think he has like 2 Dreamcasts. He's got an old Super Nintendo, an old PlayStation, old Xboxes. Honestly, we don't need it, but he won't let me throw it away. So I have to respect him with that and let him go through that and part with it when he is ready. But in terms of how much I've done today, I'm really happy. Before I let you go though today, I did want to share with you what we're going to be tackling next. This room gives me all kinds of anxiety, you guys. Honestly, I've been standing here looking at it for the last 5 minutes, just thinking, what, how, when, why, all those feelings. We're going to be tackling my garage. Let me just give you a bit of a look-see so you guys can see how bad it is. For those of you that are joining us for the first time, 2 years ago we built our dream house, and about a month ago we finally got our builders to fix everything, and they had to re-come in and paint the entire house because of gyprocking issues and just all sorts of crazy stuff that went on. So we had to move everything from our house out into the garage, and I've slowly been putting things back. And this is kind of the aftermath of that. This is all the stuff where I don't know where to put it. I don't want it to come back in. It needs to be sold, or it needs to be taken away. So that is pretty much what we're going to be doing in the next video. And then I also have our buffet unit out here, which we are going to do a DIY makeover on. But obviously that can't happen until I clean the garage. So that is pretty much where we're at. I thought I would leave you guys with a bit of a sneak peek of what we're going to be tackling next. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was inspirational. I hope that if you have a room that needs decluttering in your house, that it just gave you the drive to get stuck into it, especially with Christmas around the corner. But I'm going to leave you here. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.